Hey everybody, Tim here, just to kind of check in. I decided I wanted to kind of try something new, basically like every Sunday or so. Just do a video, just to kind of chat, not a review, nothing like that. Because so much happens over the week, and I feel like I'd never really get a chance to discuss just random bullshit. So this is kind of my solution to that problem, where I can kind of look at all the news, look at everything what's going on, both like TV shows, movies, trailers, even political stuff, and just kind of my overall like just venting, almost like a vlog. Just to kind of chat with you guys. So overall, the last week's been kind of entertaining for like the industry. I guess entertaining is not the right word, but like a lot of trailers have dropped. I mean, on the 22nd, we had the DC like FanDome. Now, for me, I'm not a DC fan. Like, I really don't like the live action DC movies. So you'll never see me do a review of them because that's as far as my review will go, is I don't like them. So for me, I was left a little underwhelmed by it, where like the Zack Snyder Justice League cut, I couldn't care less. I was like, meh. The Wonder Woman trailer, the 1984, was kind of interesting. Like, I mean, I love Kristen Wiig, like Bridesmaids and stuff like that. And so I was like, okay, what's going on? But then by the end, when like everybody's so excited about the live cheetah, and I was just like, okay, you lost me again. But the Batman trailer is what really got me. Like, I absolutely loved the Batman trailer. So, I mean, Robert Pattinson and so many just different characters. So we'll see. I don't know. The overall thing was kind of underwhelming for me. But what I loved was how many people are like, well, where's Marvel? Like, what is Marvel doing? Marvel hasn't like said or done anything. And honestly, I'm okay with that. Like, for me, because I feel like Kevin Feige, or however you say his last name, like, is really good at what he does, at like being in charge of Marvel. And I think that they just kind of keep their cards really close to their chest. Because, I mean, think about like when Endgame came out and nobody knew a goddamn thing about it. And so many people were like, there were theories and some of them were pretty close to being accurate. But when you saw like the Nerd Hulk and when you saw like the depressed Thor and stuff like that, everybody was caught off guard. I don't care what anybody says. Like, everybody was shocked. And so they're really good at keeping everything really close. So I would not be surprised if Marvel's just kind of like, you know what, we're going to let DC like do their talk. Because honestly, that's what DC does. DC does a lot of talking where they're like, oh, there's going to be this movie and this movie. And we're going to have this and this and this and this director and this writer and this actor. And then, I mean, how many years have they talked about a Flash movie? And sure enough, they're like, well, now Michael Keaton's going to be in it, and Ben Affleck's going to be in it, and this person's going to, and okay, like, you don't, like, you haven't even started production. So DC talks a lot. Marvel doesn't really talk much, but they show a lot. So I'm expecting like the next D23, the next Comic-Con, who knows, like the whole world is in chaos right now with the pandemic. So I'm kind of just expecting Marvel to just be like, okay, let DC run. And then eventually, once all the ducks are lined up, Marvel's going to be like, here's what we got. And everybody's going to be off guard. So I trust Marvel. I love Marvel. I mean, I'm a DC fanboy. I mean, you can see all the DC artwork I got. I got the tattoos of DC. I have the comics of DC. I got lots of DC. I'm a DC fanboy, not the DCU. So I don't know. So I'm really looking forward to what Marvel does have. I mean, we did see the trailer for their TV shows, like their teaser trailer of like Falcon and Bucky, the Winter Soldier, yeah, we saw that one. We saw WandaVision. We've seen a lot of their little snippets. So you know they're filmed. You know they're ready. And Marvel could drop them at any minute. And that's kind of what I'm expecting. Marvel would just be like, oh, there they go. And watch people freak out. So I'm really excited. Lots of stuff down the way. Now, as I just said, not a DC, like, EU fanboy. I do love their animated movies. And I will say, like, what was it? On the 23rd, the Superman Man of Tomorrow movie dropped for digital. I watched it. I liked it. It was actually pretty good. I'm not going to say too much. Eventually, I'll get there for the DC animated playlist. If you guys check that out under my playlist column, I'm doing all the DC animated movies. So eventually I'll get there. It's a little slow going right now, but it's about to pick up, I promise. I am actually, for the first time, overwhelmed by how many videos I got going on right now. And I don't like posting more than 2 a day. So, like, eventually I'll get to the Man of Tomorrow and talk a lot about it, but it was actually pretty good. I was pleasantly surprised by it. So, I really trust their animated movies. DC, hands down, has the best animated movies out there. And if you haven't seen it, I would recommend it. So we got that going on. We got so much stuff going on. I watched this trailer for The Stand, the Stephen King adaptation. Now, I'll admit right now, I never saw the original. I think it came out in 1984. Never saw it, know very little about it, but I am going to watch it. I'm going to track it down just so I can be prepared for this new one. Cautiously optimistic. Like, it didn't wow me, but I was like, okay, it's interesting. And I am a huge Whoopi Goldberg fan. So anything with Whoopi Goldberg in it, I'll watch it. I don't care. Like, Jumpin' Jack Flash. I don't care what it is. Loved it. So I'm cautiously optimistic, so I'll check it out. I might do a review of, like, the original 1994 Stand. I don't know. It depends. Like, I'll watch, like, the first episode or the first part of it, because I think it's, like, 4 parts. And then we'll see. If you guys have seen it, go ahead, let me know. I'd love to talk about it. I watched the movie Old Guard. Again, don't know if I'll do a review. Absolutely loved it. Oh my god, it was great. I especially love the gay couple, like thousands of years, and it was fantastic. It was really, really well done. I know the new Bill and Ted came out, Face the Music. It's been like 28 years since Bill and Ted came out. I don't know. I've seen the first 2. It's been at least a decade since I've seen the first 2, but I have seen them. So, I don't know. I feel like maybe I'll just do a marathon and just binge all 3 of them. But I don't know. It left me like, I don't really care. Like, I didn't feel like I needed to jump on it right away. So we'll see how that goes. Saw the new trailer for His Dark Materials. Again, if you checked out the playlist, I did do reviews for all of season 1. It left me underwhelmed. Like, I enjoyed the books. I reread them right before season 1 came out. And it's kind of weird because I reread them. And as soon as I finished the 3rd one, I was like, why did I like those so much? Because I don't know, like the first time I'd ever read them, I thought they were fantastic. I absolutely loved all of them. And then where I'm at now compared to where I'm at then, maybe just my life has changed so much. Maybe I just wasn't in the right place mentally. But when I reread them just before season 1 came out, I was like, they're not that great. Like, they're not bad. They're good books. They're well written. But I don't know. It didn't sit with me in the exact same place it did the first time. And so watching season 1 of the show, I kind of had that, say, if you watch my videos, I kind of had that same, like, it's not doing anything for me. So I don't know. It's been a year since season 1 came out. So of course I'm going to watch season 2. I'm going to do reviews. It's kind of the second book, but the first season was a lot of mixture of the first and second. So it's presumably more of the second. I'll still do reviews of them. I'm still super excited. What we got that coming down the line, like that comes out in November. Next week, like if I do these every Monday or so, like next week, the first episode of Raised by Wolves is going to be out. Cautiously optimistic. I am a fan of Ridley Scott. I think he's a good director. I mean, I love the first Alien movie. I love other stuff he's done. This one, it seemed like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, pretentious isn't the right word necessarily, but it seems like he's going for that. Like, it seems like Prometheus and Alien Covenant, where it's like, it's edgy and it's weird and it's mysterious and it's like, is it necessary though? So I'm going to watch it. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I love it because I do like Ridley Scott, but it cautiously optimistic is how I feel about it. Next week we got the new Mulan movies coming out, like, to pay for it. I don't care, like, at all. I am not a big fan of the live action, like, Disney movies. Like, The Jungle Book was actually not terrible. It was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. I didn't like it as much as Andy Serkis's Jungle Book, the Netflix Jungle Book, but it wasn't bad. Like, Christopher Walken is an orangutan. Who doesn't like that? We had that. God, what else did we have? We had so much. I didn't even try The Lion King, to be honest with you. Like, I thought about it and I was going to, but it's not even a live action Lion King. It's just a CGI Lion King. So the whole thing seemed unnecessary. And I know there's been others. Beauty and the Beast, underwhelmed. If you're going to hire like a musical, get musicians. Like, that's all. Get singers. So overall, underwhelmed. So for Mulan, again, the original had such like a mystique about it. It was such a classic. And I know this one is a totally different story. Oh, Aladdin. There was Aladdin, which, I don't know, Guy Ritchie, I think, directed that one. Parts of Aladdin were really good. Like, when Will Smith was being Will Smith, he was amazing. Like, I was completely against it. Like, I wanted Wanda Sykes, to be honest with you. I was like advocating to get her to be the genie. And when they announced Will Smith, I was like, Will Smith's not a comedian. Like, yes, he does funny movies like Men in Black and Fresh Prince and stuff like that, but he's written to be funny because he's a good actor. He's not like a stand-up comedian. Like, and that's kind of how the genie's supposed to be. And like, when he was being his own self, it was great. Like, my favorite part is the like, you want me to make you a prince. Like, there's a lot of gray area. And like, he just creates this random guy. And he's like, there you go, I made you a prince. Loved it. Thought it was so funny. When he was verbatim quoting the original movie, out. I was 100% out of the movie. Like, when they changed like 5 words in the original songs, out. I didn't like it. So I liked and disliked a lot of Aladdin. So for Mulan, like, from what I know about it, like, Mushu's not in it, and it doesn't follow the original story. Like, it's all about a witch, and so I don't know. Again, like, cautiously optimistic. I'm not paying $30. Like, if one of my friends pays $30 who has Disney Plus and is like, let's drink and watch it, I'll be like, okay, fine, let's do it. Like, I need an excuse to go drinking. Come on. So I don't know. At this moment, I don't care about Mulan. I wish they would release the Black Widow. If they were like, okay, Black Widow's coming out, but you got to pay $30, or wait till December and it's free. Fuck it. In a second, I'd pay for Black Widow. Don't even care. So we got that going on next week. So Raised by Wolves, Mulan, and The Boys all come out this week. At least the first 3 episodes of The Boys, which I'm okay with. I know a lot of people were upset that The Boys is coming out like every week. The first 3 episodes come out at once, but after that it's every week. I'm okay with that because I have so many reviews going on. I'm like, okay, give me a second. Like, slow down. Like, and it works for me. So we got that coming down. A lot of sad news this week. Like, I know of at least 2 people who have died. Of course, Chadwick Boseman. Everybody's talking about it. It's very sad. I mean, Wakanda Forever. Like, he's fantastic. He is the Black Panther. And yeah, it's like, how do you even talk about it? Like, it's so, I remember I was in my car, my husband was driving, and it popped up on my Facebook, and I was like, fake news. And then another one popped up, and I was like, oh, fuck. Like, it broke my heart. And I know everybody has a very strong opinion about this right now. So take this for what you will. Everybody's talking about it. Like, some people are like, don't even worry about anything. Just mourn and let the family like do their thing. And some people are like, so who's going to be the Black Panther in the next Avengers? And they're like already thinking about the future. I'm somewhere in the middle. Like, I understand everybody needs their time to mourn. Everybody needs to like kind of process. I mean, he was 43, very young, and it's very sad. But at the same time, I'm also kind of like the show must go on type situation where Marvel, like, they have lots of plans. And this, like, how do you recover from this? Like, you want to honor his life, but you do have a business and you do need to like keep going because every death is sad, and it's very sad. It's very, very disappointing. I am on the bandwagon where I think the sister should become the Black Panther now and just kind of keep going. Some people have said to just recast it. I mean, at some point, every character is gonna need to be recasted. So may as well just jump on it right now. Like, you guys have no idea. Like, just getting nervous talking about this. And some people just say, you know what, just bite the bullet, recast it, and keep going. It's not the first time they've recasted a role. I mean, they recasted Rhodey, they recasted Bruce Banner, but the previous ones had only done it for one movie. Black Panther's been in 4 at this point, so it's a major moment. So I don't know. I'm kind of in favor of the sister taking the role and just like like doing it almost like real life. Don't say like Wakanda was bombed or anything like that. Be like, even if he was the king of Wakanda, kings can still get cancer, and that's a thing, and kind of use it for awareness. But either way, it's very sad. That was on the 28th, and then today, the 31st, Norm Spencer passed away. Again, equally as sad. Most people know him. He was a Canadian voice actor. Most people know him. He was the voice of Cyclops, Scott Summers, in the original 1992 X-Men. I'm really kind of sad about that as well. Like I said, it's just sad. Like, all these people are passing away right now, it seems like. Like, 2020 is just not stopping. I know there's been rumors that they're going to kind of revive the original X-Men cartoon series. There was a comic book series, X-Men 92. It was really well done. I loved it. I have the whole series. So, and there's been rumors that they were going to redo that TV show and like start a whole nother animated series, which I'm fine with because X-Men cartoons have never failed. X-Men 1992, classic. It's amazing. X-Men Evolution, fantastic. It's really, really well done. The Wolverine and the X-Men, it's a tragedy that was only one season. The anime series was kind of meh. But anyways, so if they redid the 1992, I would hope, I could be wrong, but I would hope that they would get the original voice actors. And so now that Norm Spencer has passed away, obviously that doesn't quite work. I'm sure others have as well. But it's, I don't know, the fact that these two, like, we got the Black Panther and Cyclops at the same time. It's very sad. It's very, very, like, emotionally overwhelming. But like, I'm a lot of people, myself included, watching the Black Panther, and probably later tonight I'll watch some episodes of X-Men to just kind of like relive it. So I don't know. I'm trying to like balance the good and the bad. For me personally, like, that's just all entertainment stuff. For me personally, obviously I watch a lot of TV. Like I said, I'm a little overwhelmed by how many videos I got going on, just from doing like my Doctor Who, from doing like the Batman, from doing all sorts of other stuff, that I'm trying to take a break. I'm trying to do shows that I don't want to do reviews of, because so many people are recommending shows. And I would love for you guys, like, if you watch this, drop me some like recommendations in the comments and stuff. Like, I've been told to watch The Expanse, I've been told to watch The Misfits, I've been told to watch Skins, like all this stuff, like Brave New World, just recently, The Handmaiden Tales, like all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, let me like kind of balance a little bit, because I don't like posting more than 2 videos already. I'm backed up for like 2 weeks, so let me just kind of work through some stuff, and then I'll figure out my next shows. So I've just been kind of relaxing. I started watching some Transformers stuff. And part of me really kind of wants to do reviews for Transformers. Like, it's a classic, and it's not even reviews at this point. It's more of like reliving. So like doing 5 or 10 episode reviews, but I'm not sure. So let me know, especially reading the comics right now for my graphic novel Fridays. I've also been watching a lot of Naruto. So I watched the original Naruto a decade ago, years ago. Didn't mind it. I thought it was kind of fun. I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan. Like, I have Dragon Ball Z tattoo as well. And like, Shippuden was still going at that point. And I was like, okay, it's kind of, I'd never watched it, didn't know anything about it, but I was like, okay, it's continuing the story. Like, since I finished Naruto, Shippuden is finished, and now Boruto is out. And I'm like, you know what, I gotta watch all of these. So I'm doing a rewatch of Naruto, But online, they actually have like to cut out the filler episodes, basically, like just main episodes. So I'm kind of following that list. And then because I've already watched it, so as soon as I'm done, I'm going to start Shippuden for the first time. And same thing, like I just love talking to you guys so much that I'm like, oh, I should do reviews of this. I'm like, no, this is just for me. So I'll kind of bring it up like whenever I do these, like every Sunday, every Monday or so. I'm only like 30 episodes into Naruto, so it's going pretty quick. But I'm curious what you guys think. I'm curious if anybody, like if I did old cartoon reviews, like would anybody want to? Because I've thought about doing like Ninja Turtles, I've thought about doing Darkwing Duck, Rescue Rangers, the real Ghostbusters, stuff like that. So I'm curious what if anybody would love like a retro animated review. So let me know about that stuff. I live in the Portland metropolitan area, and let me tell you, it is on like it's actually not that bad. Like a lot of people are like, it's burning down. The riots are on, like, we've officially passed 90 straight days of protests. It's 4 square blocks. I've gone down there. I've seen it. Like, it's whatever you see on the news, it's not like the entire city's on fire. Portland is massive. Like, it literally crosses the river. And so it is bad. Like, in those 4 square blocks, it is bad. But it's not the entire city. The city is not burning down. And like people, like when I walk down the street, I feel safe. I feel fine. I mean, it is what it is. So, but it is kind of interesting to see all of this like political protests and stuff. So overall, it's kind of interesting to kind of be in this area and with everything going on. So, God, I don't even know. So that's kind of my life, just trying to work, just trying to make a living. Like I barely get by. I'll just tell you, I'm an inventory specialist for whatever that means. Like I just go around and count shit. My life's pretty boring. I come home, I have a drink, I play with my puppies, I spend time with my husband, and I watch TV. Like, which, by the way, Jordan has watched 4 straight episodes of Lower Decks. Super happy about that. We'll see about, like, episode 5 next, this coming Thursday. But that's about it. Like, that's why, like, everybody's like, all you do is watch TV. That's why I started doing these videos. Because I wanted to, like, reach out to other people. Like, who else is watching these shows? I would love to talk. I want to make friends. Let's be friends. So, that's where I'm coming from. So, like anything you guys want to talk about, like this is not like for the reviews, this is just a talk, just for comments. So drop me some comments, like let's talk about any of the politics. I don't know a lot about politics, I just kind of know what's going on. Politics, upcoming shows, past retro shows, any of the movies, any of the comic books, because like I said, I'm doing my graphic novels every Friday, and I'm doing Transformers right now. It's a long series, but I've been doing it for 8 weeks now, so it's not going to last forever. What would you guys recommend? What should I read? I was just told that I should read the Batman Metal comics, like the Batman Who Laughs and stuff like that. Know nothing about it. So what do you guys think? I would love to just talk, just have some conversations. So please go ahead, let me know. Like I said, I kind of want to do this every Sunday, just to do it. Before I had also done a video of a Q&A because I had so many questions and stuff. And if you guys are interested, like ask me some questions. Just drop me as many as you want. If I get 5, 10, maybe 20, I'll do another video just asking like what people want to know about me. So thank you guys for watching. I always appreciate when people subscribe. So it means a lot to me. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next Monday.